Hello, everyone. This is Professor B. This is week 5 of our Econ Online course. Uh, I want to thank you guys for continuing to email me, keep me informed on where you are in the process of completing all the assignments. I know it's been very confusing with the Excel problems that were scheduled for week 2, 3, and 4, but it looks like we did weeks 3 and 4 in weeks 2 and 3. And the assignment for week 2 got past us. Was I did bring it up to everyone's attention about a week ago. Most of you have made that assignment correction, got that week 2 scheduled assignment done, and are back on task. There's still a few of you that are working to get that done, but as most of you are probably aware by now, I sent an email out to each and every one of you that had either one or more assignments missing, uh, just to see where you were with the completion process of those said assignments, and also just to make sure that we were on the same page as what was done and what was not done. As far as the quiz 1 and quiz 3, it was brought to my attention that it is not tabulating automatically. So I will continue to go back through quiz 1 and 3 for any of you that may take the quiz more than once, just to make sure you continue to get your updated grade. Uh, Lastly, I want to make sure that everyone saw the PowerPoint that I put together last week. Put another one together this week, just to get an understanding on if you guys felt it was worth doing or not. Uh, this week, let's get into this week's assignment. First of all, the study guide for this week should I think it's due, uh, if I remember correctly, the it's due on 3/20. I think it was due on the 20th. Hold it on here. I'm going to bring this up for you guys so you can see it. But right here on here, uh, let me see there if I can bring it back. There you go. For the Forum 4, should have been done on the 18th, which was Wednesday last week. Responses should have been done by Friday, and then your quiz 3 should have been completed by last Saturday. Your homework 3 is due by Sunday, and your case study part 2 is due on Tuesday. And then your week 4 study guide, micro only, what's due on Friday as well. So most of you guys, like I stated, have that done, but I want to make sure that everybody was on point as to exactly what needed to be done and by when. Okay. Uh, what I want to talk about now, I want to show you guys a couple of things here. First of all, the review from last week was pretty much on market structures. As you guys know, there's 4 type of market structures: perfect competition, monopolies, monopolistic competition, and oligopolies. And I'm pretty sure you guys have a really good understanding, oh, excuse me there, on exactly what those structures are. Even some examples like the auto industry, our public utilities, uh, yeah, let's see, others such as toothbrushes. There's a million different brands, a million different styles, but they're all kind of have the same use. Okay. Uh, this week, we're going to talk about different strategic behaviors. Okay, let me make sure I zoom in on this correctly so you guys can see it. Oh, bear with me. Oh, wow. Wants to get a little difficult. Okay. Uh, I'll just stay away from it right now. But we're going to be talking about strategic behaviors and game theory. What's a dominant strategy? The Nash equilibrium. What exactly is that definition and what does it entail? Also, I want to make sure that you guys understand what price competition and the prisoner's dilemma. You're going to see a lot of conversation on the prisoner's dilemma, even a lot of videos on it. It is something that we in business use all the time when we're trying to create balance and try to make the right decision or the most right decision. Uh, and then there's types of strategic moves. People make moves because of threats, because of commitments, because of credibility, and then an entry deterrence. And then you will understand what that is a little bit later once you get into your readings. Also, I want you guys to understand the strategic behavior and international competitiveness. How does your strategic behaviors really change with a local or domestic business as it relates to international competitors? How does that weigh in on your decision making process? And then there's sequential games and what's called decision trees, elements that we use in business to make decisions or to come to substantial or important conclusions. So these are things that you guys will also see in your readings. I want to make sure you're a little bit aware of. Uh, Pricing discrimination. That's another one I definitely want to make certain that you guys take a mental note of and really pay some strong attention to in your readings and in the videos. And then the next thing I identified for you is transfer pricing. Transfer pricing is another definition that you need to be very familiar with. There will be several examples of it, not just in your readings, but also in the videos, in your case study or your study guide videos, your weekly study guides. So, what I'd like to do now is to go over your upcoming assignments. Okay. First of all, the assignments that you had an extension on that rolled over from last week to this week is your case study part 2, which is pretty much your graphs, your data records or charts that you are going to be using in your case study presentation. That is due by the 24th, which is Tuesday. Okay. And the second thing is quiz 3. Most of you have started it or have completed it, but there are still some of you that are still out there, need to get it done. But your quiz 3 is not, I've extended it, the deadline to Wednesday. So you have until Wednesday to get it done. So if you haven't, please be mindful of that timeline and act accordingly. The next thing, this week's assignment, Forum 5. It's due by Wednesday as usual. The responses are due by Friday. And then your case study, part 3, which is your actual video presentation of your case study, is due by Sunday. Okay? That means you need to email me the video link to your presentation by Sunday evening. If there's any of you that still have questions or concerns about the video, what exactly should the video entail, any instructions, I will send the email out after this video as I have in weeks past with this video link, but also in an attachment that explains again what the part 3 video requirements will be. So you'll know how to prepare your video. Okay? And then the last thing is your student study guide. Your student study guide, I believe I'd like for you to complete just the micro only in week 5. Week 5 micro only. I'm just going to go ahead and stick with that. I still encourage all of you to watch the videos in the micro and the macro, but the study guide in Unit 5 micro will be the only requirement this week. Okay? Thank you guys again. Please continue to email me if you have any questions, concern, you need clarity, you need some time, whatever the case may be, and I will be here for you. All right? Take care. Everyone have a good and safe week. Bye-bye.